This is Neon, an electric-empowered radiant Filipino who was essentially being used to power a connection between Omega Earth and Alpha Earth, and Sage and Reina fight over who gets to teach her. She was the 6th duelist added, and was the 19th agent coming in, following Chamber but before Fade. And on topic of Fade, I think she has one of the best dossiers. Aesthetic-wise, she has a lot of blue, yellow, and some gray. I guess a little less yellow on her outfit, but her abilities still have a fair amount of yellow. I do love how it all works. If not, maybe a little more would have been nice, although they did well with accessorizing. I know that's not important, but just a comment. Personality-wise, she feels very competitive and wanting to win, but she also cares deeply about those around her, including a strong sense of duty and family, which definitely she got from her parents, even if she does lack control, which was a big topic in the Fate dossier. Again, it was really good. As for Neon, as far as duelists go at least, I feel there's always a bit of a bias to attack, but even still, I think she does really well on defense. I have a friend here who mained her. This is actually them, Glitcher. And, like, they were really able to reposition on site, especially if you have a controller smoking off properly. But she's also really good at flanking, too. I can't deny that in the slightest. As far as her abilities go, first up we have Fast Lane. It is a double wall Neon has to allow her team to enter site, and it is 46.5 meters in length, 1.5 meters goes behind her, 45 in front, and it lasts for 4 seconds. As you can see, it goes pretty damn far. All the way back to roughly Snowman almost. Giving you and your team a lot of room to get into deeper parts of the site and be able to try and fight people like behind the yellow container here. Relay Bolt is a projectile that bounces once and concusses 2 areas. Concuss, if you don't remember, is a status effect that will slow your opponent's movements, fire rate. I just found this out, but will apparently make them unable to aim in. I did not know that before. And each of these areas where it bounces are a 5-meter radius that concuss for 3.5 seconds. Didn't mean to concuss myself there. Meant to show the radius a little more. And notice the enemy Neon, my friend, is concussed. The trajectory gets a little odd to me, but it's definitely reasonable if you just practice. The big thing is it definitely can go out of the map, and it doesn't last forever if it doesn't land. So you need to be a little careful about where you want to throw it. So something like this is fine, but if you do something like this, that second one just kinda out of here. See? Lastly, we have High Gear. High Gear really has 2 components. There's Neon Speed, which is obviously what she is most known for. And obviously the bar would be depleting if we were not in infinite abilities. And then there is her Slide, which, as of patch, I believe it was 9.10, she has been reduced from 2 slides to 1, which is, I think, one of the incorrect nuffs they did with her. Neon needed enough. 2 of them I think were correct, 2 of them I think were wrong. And making her 1 slide, they gave her the extra slide to make her more competitive. But then they also gave her full bullet accuracy while sliding, and that was where they messed up. So just imagine being able to hit your friend if you're a better shot than I, because I'm not particularly good, while just mid-slide. It was very hard to counter without, like, a little bit of luck or just a kind of cheesy gun. But that full bullet accuracy has now been reduced to the same accuracy as crouch walking. Now, for her speed, a normal agent is calculated to run at 5.6 meters a second from what I've found on Reddit. Neon is calculated to run at approximately 8.8 meters. So it's definitely a good, like, bit higher than a normal agent. It's nothing game-breaking, though, which definitely, I think they made the correct play on that. And the slide is about 7 meters in length, from what I read on the Wikia. And it lasts in 0.6 seconds. And like I mentioned, mid-slide the accuracy has the same as crouch walking. Overdrive is an 8-point ultimate she has. And essentially there is 40 ammo per magazine. It's a little funky, but realistically this. And then... oh, because we're on infinite abilities and infinite ammo, it probably won't show me reloading. My bad. It also has an infinite reserve as long as you have the ultimate, which lasts for 10 seconds. The other two changes Neon got were 10 seconds instead of 20 for her ultimate to get a kill. Ooh. And then it was increased to an 8-point ultimate. I feel like it should have been 8-point ultimate, but they should have kept it 20 personally. So as I mentioned, you have 10 seconds to get a kill, and damage at 0 to 20 meters is 18, 20 to 42 meters is 18 damage, all the way down to 10 damage, it slowly slides down, and 43 plus meters is 10 damage. Now this damage is for the body, and the headshot multiplies this damage by 3, and leg shot is 0.85 of the damage. Meaning you would need 3 successful hits to kill an enemy if they are 0 to 20 meters away and you get nothing but headshot. So Glitcha, where are you? Do you have shields on?
Yeah.
Alright. 1, 2... oh, I guess it applies faster than I thought.
Yeah, no, it's... like, if you want to actually do it, it's less than a second to kill someone if they have no shields, and 1 second if they have shields.
I will still say, the fact they didn't touch her damage I think was definitely the right play, but the fact you only have 10 seconds to get a kill can be really rough, especially since now enemy agents just kind of try and avoid you until it runs out, like how Reyna's Empress used to be. It also has the same speed as High Gear. Oh! Here it is. According to the wiki, it fired 20 a second. I don't know if I quite believe that, but that's the only number I could find for it.
Yeah, it does. It fires... it has 100, so when you use it, it has 40. And every... let me turn off infinite ammo real quick.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah. Let me demonstrate myself, because obviously my screen will be a little more visible. Notice that's her essentially reloading when her fingers twitch like that. Util, in my opinion, is a 5 out of 10. Oh, it was 9.11. It was a major hit, especially the slide accuracy, and I just don't view her kit as the most naturally strong. The speed is definitely the strongest part, and the wall and the relay bolt have their strengths, but I just don't view a lot of tactical advantage in them besides taking space on a site or mid. And obviously you can still have it fired through, unlike Harbor's Cove. So it's still just a little bit of like... there's a weakness in it that I can't overlook, especially with removing the mid-slide accuracy, which, again, was needed. But it also does severely nerf her in the meta. But that said, I do think the Concuss has some decent time length to it, unlike a few of the others we've seen. But I feel like the wall should maybe stay up for like a second or two longer to give your teammates a little more time to take advantage.
Have you noticed that when you jump, the ult is not accurate?
I'm not too surprised. It should have an accuracy to it. Oh wow, that's really bad.
Yeah, it's really inaccurate.
I couldn't find anything on the Wikia though about the accuracy. Lastly, her util, her ultimate, I would honestly give like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. Just the complete nerf of both adding an extra ult point plus the time being halved was really destructive in my opinion. I think one of the changes was needed. I probably would have argued for the extra ult point. The time felt reasonable and it made her a clear and present threat without making her something to just like completely wait out, because she was going to hunt you, much like Reyna does, or some Jets, which probably shouldn't as much because the ult's not as strong in my opinion. Well, at least wasn't as strong. So for how I would play, Neon, like many duelists, is kinda tricky to determine how to play because I think she's one of the more versatile ones like Jet or like Reyna, where you have a lot of capability of how to go about it, and it's really up to you. Personally speaking, what I would do is I would want to just kind of dry peek this portion of Icebox B. Admittedly, Icebox B is probably not the best pick for her, but I don't think there are many sites where she specifically excels on. I think she does pretty well on most sites, though. With a few exceptions, like maybe Beyond Haven. I would want to get to somewhere like here and try and throw the wall here. You and your team can try and take the fight with the enemy Neon there while you push up. Let's say they're not there, though. I would want to run further in and try and reposition so my team can collapse whoever is behind the yellow shipping container. Maybe even throw a concuss beforehand, something like... I don't know, that's not great positioning, but you get what I mean, right? Like, you're trying to help your team by doing something like that, and then going down here. Another thing to note about the fast lane that I forgot is you can make it shorter by aiming at the floor. So, oh, I kind of needed that sightline glitcher. So notice if I aim fully up, it goes pretty far down that tunnel. But if I aim here, look at how short it goes. Which means if you want sightline, so if you want to directly pick the fight with whoever's behind yellow, right? Something like this. Although maybe use your slide where you think appropriate. I probably wouldn't have used it there. I probably would try and use it in the post plan if I can. I don't think either is necessarily wrong. It's just a matter of how to go about it. The ultimate becomes one I do struggle with personally. As my friend can tell you, I'm not a Neon main. If I get my chance at Duelist, I'm normally going something like a Phoenix or an ISO. Sometimes Jet for the fun of it. But the ultimate, realistically, your goal is to run in, try and get the kill, and just keep hunting whoever you can. Now, it's really not a bad idea to try and clear some spots on site, but I don't think it's necessarily a wrong play to try and clear like some critical areas of site and go for an easy kill when they rotate over. Especially if you can try and get the drop on them, but that is harder to do now with the nerf, unfortunately. How I would play Neon on defense. Realistically, if you hear them going, I would try for a relay bolt. Obviously, this isn't a great angle. I would probably try for something more like this, although obviously try not to concuss yourself. Again, I'm not really used to her projectiles. Ugh. Let's try standing a little further back. I forgot the range. And it's hard for me to truly say how to play Neon, because again, I don't play her too much. Like my friend can tell you, I normally go for a Phoenix or an ISO or the occasional Jet. But duelists are generally meant to get a frag and be able to get out, right? So try and get the one kill and pull back, I would say, is always a safe play for most duelists, because that's what your kits kind of allow for. You can also do a fast lane to try and make it harder for them to push, but again, it only lasts 4 seconds and it's really meant for more repositioning. But yeah, a duelist kit is designed to essentially get kills, get in, get out, basically. So it's always a risk-reward situation. Now, obviously, you want to try and play your life. you don't want to die if you can help it, so you can help your team later on. But a lot of people do kind of go in guns blazing with Neon, especially with, if you have like a Shorty, a Bucky, a Judge, a lot of people run in, try and slide, and shotgun them. I don't recommend this, not least of all because of the change to her mid-slide accuracy, but because you still want to try and play with your team afterwards. What a lot of movement duelists will do, like Neon, like Jet, like Raze, you can even argue Yoru and Reyna, who kind of teeter on the balance, will go snipers, try and get the kill, and then reposition somewhere else to, again, play their life, or if only one peeked you, get the kill and stay to try for another. I don't always recommend that strategy, but it is situationally useful, yes.
I will say with Neon, you want to, if you're going to run a sniper, you always run a shorty.
Yes. Frankly, I would encourage that in general, a short range and a long range weapon. Unless you're just really, really confident in your sniper skills and you have the receipts to back it up, right?
Well, no, I would say for most agents, you would want to go like Ghost, Frenzy, Sheriff, but for Neon specifically, you want to go Shorty.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying no to that because, again, just her sheer speed allows her to get really close to enemies, especially if you can time the slide correctly. And so a shotgun can do a lot of damage. Again, it may unfortunately end up getting you taken out of the round, but it still can be a lot of value. Now on a retake scenario, that becomes a little trickier. Again, because of her speed, it's really easy to flank, especially if their sentinel gets taken out early. And they might not always expect you to be there that quickly, but obviously if you hightail it from A or mid, you could potentially see a lot of value. Generally speaking though, I personally don't like to flank as Neon because I feel it's expected and known that you're probably gonna do that.
I also don't flank as Neon because people decide it's fun to run the whole way as her.
Well, so what I would do is I would probably stop sprinting somewhere around the box in the attacker spawn. If you...
I will say, Neon's sprint does have more noise than a regular sprint.
I'm aware, but you have to, like, it's a risk-reward situation where how fast are they pushing up, right?
So you usually want to stop around here.
Yeah, well, I was saying around here, so that's, like, pretty much the same spot. It's, like, a meter off.
Well, yeah, but that 1 meter means they can't hear you over there.
There.
If you are doing a flank situation, it's kind of a matter of how much noise do you want to make, how much does your team need the help, or like how much is the enemy just oblivious to your position. For example, if there's one person left guarding yellow and you have teammates left alive, I don't think it's inappropriate to shift walk. However, if your team is struggling and needs help, I don't think it's incorrect to send it back there like you might on a attack round. Or if you know somebody's playing in this lane between what's this even called?
Where are you?
B green.
Yeah, that was a green container, so be green, yeah.
Then again, it's not incorrect to just concuss and try and get the quick kill. Or again, try and fast lane them to put on some pressure for your team. Similar for ultimate is again kind of how do you want to play it? Do you want to play high risk, high reward, or try and play your life a little bit? Because Neon's ultimate, I feel, especially by reducing it to 10 seconds, is trying to force a risk reward situation where you run in as fast as you can and try and get the kills. But obviously, if you do that, you do leave yourself vulnerable to the potential for death, right? And that's something every agent wants to avoid in Valo. If you're not doing a flanking situation, like let's say you're coming from mid, which is what I personally like to do as Neon as long as you're relatively sure it's safe, I personally would want to go something for like a wall here, although I did mess that up a tiny bit. Oh, didn't mean to hit that.
Coming through. I'm out of here.
Oh, I guess it just stops there, shoot. But obviously, yeah, there's the one tiny gap you have to be concerned with. but a lot of times people will play around these containers green, white, and yellow. Green, white, and yellow. My bad. So I don't think it would be incorrect to, if you think someone's here, here, or again here, your goal is to concuss them to try and make the gunfight a little easier. Now obviously if they peek together, it's always a little bit of a shit out of luck situation, unless you position yourself correctly. I'm unfortunately not the person to ask about proper positioning though, right? I'm not gonna claim to be. I would always try and slowly make it up to yellow while being relatively close if you can, just to try and get that peak, and then try and push whoever's at white or green here. It's kind of boring. I'm sorry. Neon's not one I can give a lot of specific advice to because she's not one I play a lot of.
Well, there's not really much advice you can give. Most of her advice is just run and get kills, then die.
Again, though, you do want to try and avoid that death as much as possible.
Well, yeah, but that's really the only information you can give, is because that's what her kit is.
Would you agree with me, by the way, where like Jet, Reyna, and her are probably three of the most versatile duelists in how you can play them?
There.
Not Neon. Neon you can't really play versatile. She has 2 modes and that's it. Play very close to the enemy, or play very far and try running away.
And then, yeah, as my friend mentioned, it's certainly not an incorrect play for a lot of the movement-based duelists to try and do something like this, get a kill, and if they're not peeking you together, you can stay, though if they are peeking you together, I also would
gonna die.
Yeah. You have to definitely try and be cautious about it or quick about it, which, as Neon, quick is kind of the game.
Because unlike Jet and Reyna, they can activate those almost immediately after or before and still dodge. You have to, with Neon, you have to kill, then activate it, then dodge. So you gotta do 3 different steps just to get away from the enemy.
Yeah, again, it's very high risk, high reward.
Or high risk, low reward if you're stuck at aiming.
Yeah. Would you be able to throw a sound sensor, like, on this shipping container in the inside? So one thing I have noticed is Deadlock's sound sensors do have a bit of a charge up. And if you're better at this than I am, I have seen a Neon, I think, get past it once before.
I'm out of here.
They might have slid on diagonal, I'll be very fair about that. Okay, so you can. I think they slid on diagonal.
No, there is a way, but a way to counteract that is by doing this. Because then you go through 2 of them and you can't, because the slide has a cooldown.
Okay, so I'm just not doing it correctly. My bad.
Yeah, there is a way, it's just very difficult.
And now I want you to throw out a wall, but I want you to tell me when you're about to do it.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. No,
Right,
no,
go.
wait.
You can also slide past Deadlock's wall if you're fast enough. Now, obviously, you do have to worry about the Deadlock trying to shoot you, like my friend just showed, and I was going to get to that. You know, thank you for giving me some time.
Well, I mean, I think you can dodge this. I think you can dodge this pretty easily.
Yeah, sure. Do it. I want you to aim at me, because that's what I'm anticipating.
Okay.
Ready?
Go.
I have them now.
Shit. Okay. There's a way to do it. The point stands.
I think you have to slide first. I think it's the slide that can get out of it.
I'm not
the run.
I'm not a Neon main, unfortunately. So, like, some of these... Neon is especially one where the timing gets really tight, unfortunately. Especially if you want to play counter plays to Sentinels like Deadlock or Cypher, even.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Oh.
Take this. Take this.
Notice, it does concuss Thrash, and he was moving slower at the end.
Want more? Here's more!
Watch out. Watch out.
Obviously, you only have one relay bolt. It's maybe not the best use, but it is an interaction worth noting. Especially if your team's in a good position and you can afford to waste a little bit of utility.
Take this.
Ah.
Take this.
Does it not work on him? Wait.
It showed the
Wingman.
concuss, but it didn't.
Watch out.
Oh my.
There was a small speed reduction, but it was nowhere
It's a
near the
legend.
level of Thrash. That was like Thrash received like a 70% reduction. Wingman received like a 10%.
Maybe even just 5? Not
Yeah.
even- It was barely noticeable.
We're doing razor vines here. You
Oh.
don't need the wall. Activate it. So, same thing as always, Vices does damage based on how fast you move through it, but it also applies a soda effect similar to Sage that will limit how far Jet will dash, how far Neon will slide, etc.
Yeah, it brings you to walking speed.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Can you just
yeah.
tap me on the head real quick before you deploy it? Alright. One more.
Let me just detonate.
And now... Oh wow, that buff. I'm down to 10 HP from walking all the way through that. Can you just take a quick kill on me? Can you throw another one here?
Where?
Like, around here?
This?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, if I run through, even slide through, I still come out with 10 HP. Vice was a very interesting counter specifically to, like, the movement duelist specifically. But, yeah, so Neon Jet, they were kind of always meant to suffer a little bit from Vices, and the buff she apparently got to damage is insane. Because that used to bring you down to, like, 50 or 60, if I remember correctly. Can you think of any other interactions we should do? Like,
That's really it.
Yeah. Neon's not a particularly complicated character in terms of how she'll interact with other agents, I feel. As for Neon's Agent Pass, I do want to give some shout-outs to the Nice to Zap You spray. It's cute, it's funny, gives a little bit into like how she does struggle to control her power. And the Hot Mic for being absolutely terrifying and comical all at the same time. I also just kind of like the Zuma title for their own little riff on like a generational title. It was funny to me. I don't have anything else to say about that. But this has been a beginner's guide to Neon. Please remember, like, comment what you learned, or if you have any tips for other players. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And we'll see you next week for Omen. Have a good one. Stay safe. Bye. Need Neon.
Nah, I'm gonna pick Omen.
And B site, because I believe KO had A.
Did you not check?
I'm reading now. There's a lot of text, right? Yeah, it's B site. I just didn't
with us,
see a
we push
site
them
I
back.
felt
They
like
don't stop, we don't
really
either.
good for Neon on. Don't forget auto respawn because I am a violent sociopath.
Okay, auto respawn on.
And we can buy mid round.
Go, go, go.
Wait, why am I normal walking? Why am I not running? Oh, wait. Concuss me again. I just realized something. You can't scope in when you're concussed.
Yeah, that's always been a thing.
Just my double. No problem.
Alright, come on. Once or twice, but like when I'm just getting like pinned there, right?
That's kind of the point, is I wanted to pin you.
Can you stand like right here? Yeah. Can you hit C?
None of them are pull-outables. They all just...
Damn.
The only one is this, and it's not really... I mean, this is the only other one.
It's too visually stimulating. I'm actually just...
Okay, Can you turn... Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Alright, what's your... Would you mind using my classic just because it blends in with the scenery a little better?
Oops. I'm trying to see. Do I have anything that fits it? No. Oh, how about this?
1 second.
I have snow camo.
I feel like I prefer the my cryostasis if you're okay with that. If not, sure. This is Neon. A radiant from the, This is Neon. A Filipino Radiant empowered by her electric capabilities. Essentially... Alright, you're good to move whenever you want. Glitcher, come on. That was actually nice, too. Can you...
Yeah, but you shot the first shot.
Can you just kill me real quick so I can at least, like, not have the 46? Glitcher, come on. If you did one body shot, that would have been faster.
Hi! I'm pissed! My ult's ready.
I was also low from before. Now, okay, I need to go over numbers real quick, Glitcher.
Well, now you weren't low.
Making it so that you would need, my brain just gave out for a second there. 30 plus 20. This is where I try and get people who main these agents if I can. I got Wilfer for Chamber for a reason. Partially, I also just wanted to see Wilfer again.
And they made hers infinite.
Yeah, that was stupid. That should not have been infinite. Wait, Neon tag.
My ult's ready. Hi! I'm
Alright.
pissed!
And I've apparently just glitched this spot on my screen, so I will no longer be standing here. Glitcher, would you mind just resetting my HP? I'm at 10. Because you kept wanting to play with the ultimate.
My ult's ready.
Well, now I'm at 46.
I'm at 64.
I love the spike just popping out every time.
Hi!
Well, no, that's the first time I've grabbed Spike.
Really? Now, in a defense scenario, what I would realistically do is, I like to take a Reyna approach when it comes to her, where I'm going for an off angle. Or at least a common angle, or somewhere where you can get a kill, and then rush out of the way.
I would not do that if I were you. So people say that Reyna's and Neon are completely separate. You don't want to play like Reyna when you're playing Neon. Because if you try that, you're just gonna die.
Then how would you do it?
Well, I wouldn't push out like that, for one.
You wouldn't do this common angle?
Not when you're Neon. When you're somebody who can actually teleport away, yes. If you're Neon who can slide away, they can still shoot you mid-slide. So you'll die if you do that.
Alright, well then what would you say? 'Cause I need to give an answer here.
Well, unfortunately for you, B site is not her site. At least for defense. Defense is A site. Unless you're me and weird who plays Sniper Neon. No.
I mean, Neon's kind of one of the ones that are said to use, supposed to use snipers. It's really any duelist with movement capabilities. So Rage, Jet, Yoru.
Well, yeah.
Reyna even.
I mean, if you count Phoenix with the, still.
I don't
to
know
get
if I
away
would
with
quite
that.
count Phoenix. The spike every time.
It just... Wait.
Oh,
Panda, did you... Wait.
what?
Alright. Watch the spike when I drop it on top of the boxes there. It just,
Oh yeah, some areas on the map have this, especially if not every agent can get to it. Is this possible with a normal jump?
No.
It should be.
I think if you have your knife out...
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh, I just didn't hit the jump in time. Except, I guess you could argue Clove. If they have
Clove and Phoenix.
If they have ult, specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, you still don't want to die, because that gives you potential for that later, too. Or potential to do more damage in Phoenix's case.
Down. My ult's ready.
Okay, come on. There's a point where this just isn't fun.
That's what you did to me.
I didn't chase you down for 5 minutes. I just you
That
stood
wasn't
there.
5 minutes. That was less than 30 seconds.
The amount of times you take the wrong bit of the sentence just to try and defend yourself, man. I will say, in hindsight, like, having heard this from you a little bit, I will admit, I don't fully agree, but you do raise some good points that I wasn't aware of before. I definitely question the idea of crouch walking, being the, like, bullet accuracy they go with. Granted, it's better than just full-on sprinting. Walking, right?
So it's crouch walking without aiming is what it's trying to go for.
Yeah. Would you be able to go deadlock? And who was the other agent I wanted to test something with? Oh, there's actually 2 I want to do besides deadlock. One is KJ, just to show Neon's concuss does affect the creatures like Gekko's wingman, maybe Phrase Prowler. And then
yeah, it affects anything that technically counts as an entity. Anything that can die can
Not bad.
can be,
Go.
stunned.
Yeah. And then the other one was Sage, just because they did recently buff Sage and Vice for the slow orb. Actually, maybe Vice would be the better one in that case.
Well, they both do the same thing.
Yeah, but I think I actually want to show Vice because of the damage component. Would you be able to... Oh. Glitcha.
I mean, unless you run into it.
To be fair, I thought you were shooting it further to the left. Alright, one more? Let's see if I'm actually semi-covered.
Alright, I'm gonna put it right...
Where
you see the corner of the box? I'm gonna hit it there.
Alright.
Now.
Oh.
Or not. Can I break you out of this?
No. You'd have to swap teams, it's just not worth the time. Alright. You dick. Would you be able to select anybody that has like a little creature? Faye, Gekko. Glitcha, please switch. This is actually becoming very unfun.
I did already. I have Vice selected.
Alright, that's fine.
I have Gekko now.
Stop them, please.
Gekko's.
30 seconds left. Please
It
stay
doesn't
alive.
I'm just gonna run it down mid, which is another common strat for Neons, but I don't encourage.
Wait a minute, are you a god? Wait a minute.
Do one more. Let's test this.
No, hit!
Okay, I was too close. Okay, one more. Alright, and then Vice, please.
Who decided to make Wingman a god?
I don't know. You feel like that would have been changed when he was edited in the, what was it, like 908 or something like that? The patch.
Yeah, apparently he's just...
Oh.
I managed to bounce it off of your foot.
Yeah, how did you bounce? Okay.
I don't know.
Now, can you...
Huh, what?
Kill me.
I got this.
Well, I needed to test another one of those, so I don't want to lose HP to this. Glitcha, I was fine. You're just making this take longer for yourself, too. You know that, right?
Oh, lobby's canceled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Night had to drop, so not enough people.
Yeah. So Vice was a very interesting counter, I think, specifically to Duelist, where they wanted to make it, like, especially the movement Duelist, which we're seeing a lot of use in the meta. Ow. My kidney. Where's my gun?
It's right here, right?
Okay. Because
Jack can kind of counter Vice's thing by jumping over it.
Yeah, but we'll get to that in a Vice's video, right? In like 3 months.
5 years later.
I know, right?
Here we are with the Vice video.
Okay. Well, why do I sound like I'm 90?
I think it still brought you pretty low. It was one tap with a classic.
I remember it being at least 40.
Go.
It was No, it did 30, so it was 2-tap with a classic, actually.
Okay, fair.
You weren't insta-kill with a classic, but you were close.
But I will say, I do think that buff does put Vice very much in a position where I may even return to playing her, because I just kind of found her boring. Did I shoot you, roasting?
I took it away before you even shot.
Spray and pray! Where is my...
Where?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
there's
on the
my,
box. Oh no, that was a classic. Where's my... Oh, I picked it up somewhere along the wall line.
Where did
Swiss
my op
Vice!
go?
Swiss Vice!
There's my op.
Here we go.
Dare you, come here. Dare you. I have the power.
But which angle will I come from?
All of them.
God, I've become way too competitive suddenly because I'm shift walking.
Damn, okay.
My ult's ready. Here we go.
Toodaloo! God, I should never say that again.
You'll never find me.
I think I know exactly where you are if you're gonna say that, because I don't think you ghosted.
You're never gonna find me.
Are you in here? No. Oh, did you like go in a corner and turn around? No.
My ult's ready.
I've taken your handle! Oh god! No, mine. No, mine. Mine. I got it!
Yeah, why am I not right-clicking? I'm too used to the ghost.
Go, go, go.
You see, this is why you should actually run Classic. Classic's great.
Oh, I didn't get the Vandal out.
I'm out of here. Here we go.
Nope, nope.
Fuck
I'm
you.
not letting the gold go off. I'm not letting that.
Ready. Here we go.
No. No ult.
Now it's ready.
No, you didn't even grab your Vandal still.
Fuck you!
Thank you for the Vandal.
Shit!
There's.
My ult's ready.
Wait, did the Vandal disappear? Wait a minute.
No, I got it! I got it! I took advantage of the confusion!
Adapt or die.
You're trying to make me not be able. You quite literally took the.
Or die.
You quite literally took the mentality of if I can't use it, no one can.
Or die. Adapt or die. Adapt or
How did you let me get through that?
or die. Adapt or
Oh, I didn't escape that one.
adapt or die. Adapt or die. Adapt or die. Adapt.
Wait, I'm actually trying to practice movement, and this is messing me up, like, mentally.
Adapt or die.
You don't want to hear "Leave Me the Arsenal" like 50 times?
No, I gotta adapt or die.
Oh. Yours probably sounds so much worse than mine because it's just spamming the, like, very high definition voice.
It's like threatening the laws of nature versus, oh yeah, give me weapons.
I was doing Christmas songs with the Vandal.
Oh, I didn't notice the melody.
Yeah, no, Panda. I was doing. Where are you?
I'm running back. I'm running back.
I was doing this.
Oh yeah. Hey, I didn't even shoot. I was on you for at least 2 seconds too.
That's why I shot.
Adapt or die.
No,
Oh, it doesn't get rid of her ultimate?
no. That's why people always are terrified of ice because the minute you activate it, even if she dies, it still goes off.
That's maybe the one nerf I would encourage for her then.
Also, I love the look of Vice's when she's holding it. It looks like there's like a star
Can I see?
triangle in the middle.
Where are you?
Hey, look at this. It looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
a star triangle.
It's
thingy.
non-Euclidean. You know, we don't have to stay here, by the way. I could have just done the agent pass and we would be done. I'm just making more work for myself, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's fine with me. The more work you have to do, the less work I have to do. Wait.
No, that means the less time I have to hang out with you.
I'm out of here.
Why are you bad to the Christmas songs? We're in January. The fact I made it through the entire tunnel, man, maybe I do have the better aim.
No, I just couldn't get my gun back. Kept going behind me every time I tried grabbing it.
I'm leaving the match now. But this has been a beginner's guide to beginner Valorant.